Okay, welcome to the first episode of the Gimme Pizza podcast.
Yay!
It is a podcast about Mary-Kate and Ashley. And I am one of your hosts, Amity.
And I'm Hannah.
I'm Bailey.
And we are very big Mary-Kate and Ashley fans.
Yes.
And you probably are too if you're listening to this podcast.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
And so I guess we can just go ahead and introduce ourselves a little bit, tell you about who we are. So whoever wants to go first.
Bailey, go.
Okay. I have been obsessed with Mary-Kate and Ashley since I was a little kid. I'm 27 now, and I, as a senior in high school, would watch Full House every single day after school, and even well into my 20s. I still watch it now. I didn't watch all of the movies. I was more like mostly Full House was my big thing with Mary-Kate and Ashley, but I did watch a lot of the movies. How the West Was Won, and the Halloween one, and the Grandma's House, and yeah, Mary-Kate and Ashley was like a big deal in my house. So yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm Hannah, also 27. Like definitely obsessed with them when I was a kid. All the movies, the sleepover ones, the party ones. My favorite were the where they solved mysteries, because I wanted to be a detective as a kid because of it. Like I was like, I'm gonna be a detective by day and a ballerina by night, and that was my goal for a couple years, but it never actually happened.
There's still time.
I could still do
Yeah.
it. I could
We're
still
still
do
young.
it. Not the ballet thing so much, but maybe a detective. We'll figure it out. But I was also in their fan club in 5th and 6th grade, so I'd get stuff in the mail like every month with their faces on it, and I was obsessed with them. And I'd go on their website all the time and take their surveys and polls and look at their outfits.
Oh my god, I wish I had real internet when I was a kid.
It was so great. It was like the only thing I did online. Like that was the whole purpose of the internet at that point.
Yes.
I was like, Mary-Kate and Ashley have a website, and that's all I care about. And yeah, all the movies later. I think the only one I haven't actually seen is New York Minute, because I kind of dropped off.
Oh
at that
yeah,
point.
I haven't. Yeah,
So I
haven't
might
seen
have to
one
watch that
either.
eventually.
Yeah,
because
I have the
just-
DVD, guys.
I grew out of it at some
yeah,
point.
we should watch
But
it.
yeah, so that's
Yeah, I am Amity. I am 26, and I am Bailey's roommate. I guess we can mention that.
Yes.
It is the Mary-Kate and Ashley household in here.
Yeah.
I have been a big fan of Mary-Kate and Ashley since I was a baby. And yeah, I just have, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just something that my parents are always like, are you going to grow out of this? You are an adult. I don't know if we can hold on to your Barbies in our garage for much longer. And I still have all of my VHS tapes, except I am missing a couple, so I hope to track those down eventually. They're probably still in my mom's garage, so I want my original, pressings, as I like to call them, as if they were records.
original
First edition.
Yeah, just it was all about their clothing line, all about their makeup.
Oh yeah, the
The Barbie. I had the bedspread.
I totally have the Barbies.
Yeah, they had
I
bedding.
I want their bedding now.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can find it on eBay. It's
probably really cute.
Yeah, I mean, some of it is. I had like this purple one. It was like purple swirls and like white and like blue. It was really like, it was kind of a weird pattern. It didn't go with my room at all. And I don't even know if I actually, there were a lot of things that they had that I didn't like.
But you wanted it.
But I wanted the
Yeah,
name.
it was their thing.
It was like,
Totally.
well, their
Totally.
name is on it, so like it's kind of ugly. Like there's these pants that were like patchwork pants, like bell bottoms.
Oh yeah.
And they
Yes.
were so, and I wore them. They were like in their junior line at Walmart that didn't last very long. Most of their stuff was like for kids.
Yeah.
But I wore those pants through high school, and they were
Oh,
hideous, and I
God.
hated them.
Do you still have them?
No,
Damn
they're
it.
like they were so ripped,
Yeah.
but they had their name on it, so I was just willing to wear that till their dying day.
That's how committed you were.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, committed fan. I mean, I
Dedicated.
have like their posters up in my room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still.
Those are
Currently.
so great.
Currently, currently,
They have like the weird vinyl shirt on.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
This
they're
is an
just,
odd
like-
choice.
I mean, their clothes were just so like, who picked out so much of their clothes.
I really hope they did. And that probably wasn't the case, but I really hope they were just like, I have all this money and I can do whatever. Like, if I was a kid, I would have the weirdest clothes.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I would have just the
totally.
wackiest.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's how I would dress.
Yeah, and I know
Like-
that they've said that a lot of their clothes were like adult clothes cut down to their size
Ooh.
because they were so small.
Interesting.
But I mean, when they said that was the case during Full House, but even when they were like 4, I'm like, there's no way that you're wearing adult clothes.
No,
cut
no,
down
those
there.
were
For a
children's
4-year-old.
clothes.
Yeah, no way.
No,
way.
maybe the design, like the costume designer of Full House, like gave them adult inspired baby clothes.
Yeah.
Adult
But
inspired.
I don't know. But to this
a
day,
weird
I'm like,
phrase.
I want to wear toddler clothes like Michelle Tanner.
Cute outfits.
I remember watching, they had a fashion show on like ABC Family or
Yes,
something.
I have that on tape
Yeah.
somewhere. Yes,
It was so good.
Good. They're wearing
So
like these
good.
weird like business suits.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
But then I remember all of the clothes, just like, okay, a specific outfit. There's like a tank top with beads and then like a skirt that went down to like mid calf that had beads on it. And then there were like headbands and then like a little jacket thing that went over the
my
tank
gosh.
top. And I
That
was
sounds
like,
familiar.
that is hideous, but I want it.
I
like
know.
everything, I was like, I would never wear those clothes, but I want them.
Oh my god, so many of their clothes were they I remember there were like these like tube top things that were just
Like the bandana ones?
Yeah, there were bandana ones,
Yeah.
but there were also them that were like these weird like scrunchy material. Not like the bubble shirts,
Uh-huh.
but it was almost like when you take it off, it just like scrunches back into like this
Yeah, I know
weird
what you're talking
tube.
about.
And
Uh-huh.
I was not like I was like definitely like kind of overweight as a kid.
Yeah.
And so I did not look like the most. I didn't look
No.
the cutest in those clothes, but I was
No.
like, I would just like get them and wear them like
Still
at
gotta pull
home,
it
like
off.
in my room.
Oh,
And
cute.
just like go to Walmart and like.
I knew I wouldn't look good in them. I was like, I'm fat and weird looking, so I'm.
Were we all chubby kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Definitely
definitely.
my baby fat for
I was
that.
definitely a chubby. I was a very chubby kid.
Yeah.
and I would still. I have a lot of like really embarrassing pictures of me.
Oh
like,
my God, me
trying to dress
too.
like Mary Kate and Ashley. In
Yeah.
Seriously.
like
Oh,
I
fifth-
think
fifth and sixth grade was that.
oh,
age.
yeah.
I was like,
Girl.
I'm gonna wear this wacky stuff with like bead fringe on
Yeah,
denim.
yeah.
And see how this turns out.
And
Seriously.
just, like,
so bad.
so bad, and I just wanted to look so cool, and it didn't.
Never
know.
worked.
I don't know who, like, what their line at Walmart was like. You look back, and it really was not.
No kid
Yeah.
probably looked cool in that.
No kid.
No.
I don't know what they were doing.
We weren't. My parents are super like made in America and like anti like sweatshop stuff, so we weren't allowed to wear Nike or shop at Walmart or
for
anything
you
like
guys.
that.
No,
So
that's
like,
really cool.
thanks for making sure I didn't wear Mary Kate and Ashley
Probably
stuff.
had
I guess,
like exclusively Walmart or like secondhand
but
clothes.
yeah,
Yeah, We lived in Hawaii when I was a kid for a long, like when I was 5 until I was like 10ish,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't have a Target back then in Hawaii, like in the like 90s.
yeah.
And they only had Walmart, and my mom hated that she had to shop at Walmart. She thought it
Uh-huh.
was gross.
Yeah.
And then when I was a kid, I also hated Walmart, except once Mary Kate and Ashley started carrying
all of
Uh-huh.
that.
Walmart, like started carrying that stuff at Walmart. I was like, hey mom, I was like still like a bratty like preteen who hated Walmart because I thought it was unethical. I was like 11. I was like, Walmart is so unethical the way they treat their workers. But then Mary Kate and Ashley came out their stuff, and I was like, but I really need some new makeup, the Mary Kate and Ashley
Make
makeup.
an exception.
So I need to go to Walmart now for their new clothing line.
I think it's just really cool that you guys were even like aware of that stuff because I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like until way later in life, I was like, oh, that's why this stuff is so cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
Like-
Yeah.
Did you ever know about they had like in a couple of Walmarts, they had like an entire like Mary Kate and Ashley boutique
Oh, what?
in a few of them.
What?
And I don't know if it was just like a test market
Uh-huh.
or what, but I remember reading about it, and I think it was just like maybe in 1 or 2 Walmarts, but it was an
Yeah.
entire like
Its own little store.
of just Mary Kate and Ashley stuff,
Ugh,
and I wanted to go
man.
so
Oh,
bad.
I lived in
God.
there.
And I don't even like when I look back, their stuff not even cool, like
Well, it's
cute.
like it's like limited to. You know, do
Limited
you remember
to
that
it's-
store?
yeah, I love
like
Limited to.
that's what it
colorful
was.
and kind of
wacky. Oh my,
Yeah.
the glitter
But like,
combs.
but like that's so great. Like kids should wear colorful, wacky, weird clothing.
Yeah.
I feel like, 'cause
Yeah,
we're kids,
I
so,
guess
like,
yeah.
Why
And
not?
American
Yeah.
actually did have that going for it. It was a lot of like
It was whimsical.
It was
whimsical.
I guess.
it was
Whimsical.
whimsy.
Yeah.
It was whimsy.
Pure whimsy.
It was pure whimsy.
God.
Lots of beads and
Yeah.
and what was cool was they would have like on So Little Time they would wear their cool hot stuff and their cute little hot bodies
It was
in
very,
Malibu.
They had like boho clothing.
Yeah.
started
Yeah.
There, and, like, everything's
And then-
like baggy.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah, and
like
then
flowy.
Jean jackets
and then the, like,
and
skirts.
flowy skirts.
They're like skirts on So Little Time were like the jean skirts with like the slit in the front.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted desperately
Oh
to
my
find
God,
a
yes.
skirt with a slit in the front.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. And I could only find skirts with a slit in the back. And I would
Just wear
just
it
like
backwards. No one will ever know.
And I just like couldn't find it. And I would just shop at I was like even though I was like 11 years old,
Uh-huh.
I was shopping at like the like adult stores because I was getting too chubby to shop in kids stores.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And so-
totally.
But even
Yeah.
then, I couldn't find the clothes Mary
Yeah.
Ashley wore,
Yeah.
but they were starting to like match their style with their clothing line, but it was still like a little off.
Yeah, yeah,
Because Walmart was making it, so they couldn't make it like perfect.
yeah.
Walmart always does that.
I remember from So Little Time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Where they're younger.
Well,
They're
it
in, like,
was
middle-
after.
it takes Two of a Kind.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of Two of a
So
Kind?
it's when
Yeah,
they're-
with the dad and the babysitter
Oh, yeah, that's Two of a
students.
Kind.
Oh, okay, Two of a Kind. I remember wanting to dress exactly like them
I
in
wanted-
that show.
I wanted my hair to look
Yeah,
like
I
hers.
wanted the like
That's when they had the straight
messy
hair
bun
and it was like
and
flipped up
butterfly
all the
the
clips.
time.
butterfly
Yeah.
clips and all of it. It was so good. I did get platform sandals, but everybody had. That wasn't
Yeah.
because of them.
Yeah.
but,
Those were cool.
Oh yeah, but they were just always ahead of the game.
Mhm.
I feel like even to this day, without Mary Kate and Ashley's style, there would be no like Tumblr style. I feel like. I mean, maybe.
Like,
What do you mean?
Like the whole like '90s wave. I feel like it would have been fundamentally
okay.
different.
Like
Yeah,
the like,
uh-huh.
pigtail bun.
Yes.
Yeah, like all that. I
totally.
think it would have been
Okay, yeah.
fundamentally different without them.
Pigtail buns. Oh my god.
I
I
would-
could not make
I'll
my hair
still-
do it.
I'll still do pigtail
like,
buns. I
couldn't
never
do
did as a
it.
kid.
Yeah.
I just think that they really did like. I mean, there was like the whole style was that.
Yeah.
They really, I think, like kind of set it in.
They made it
stone.
more mainstream, I would say.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think everyone I knew watched, like, their shows or their movies.
Yeah,
so, like, we all
totally.
saw it. Like,
Yeah.
talked about
Especially
it.
young
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
They're all the like older girls who I like. They're all the like 20-year-olds who are dressing really cool with their crop tops. But then there was Mary Kate and Ashley who are like kind of our age.
Yeah.
Who are
Yeah.
dressing like that, but like more modest.
Yeah.
Which is-
Yeah, it wasn't like particularly flamboyant or like I don't know. I mean, some of the stuff that they wore
Yeah.
was a little out there, but
Well, it still seemed, like, comfortable.
Yeah,
and
I
casual
felt
for
like
them.
I
Yeah.
could wear what they were wearing, and I tried, and I looked horrible
Yeah.
in all of
you
it.
did
but
try.
I did try.
Yeah.
Definitely tried.
And at the time, I always thought like I looked exactly like them.
Oh god.
Like I would look in the mirror
This
and I
is
would
it.
wear like a shirt that was kind of like a shirt they wore, or like an outfit that was like sort of like an outfit they wore, and I was like, I look exactly like
is
Mary
it.
Kate and Ashley
killing
right
it.
now. And then I look back and I'm like, oh no wonder you like.
But how great that you had the confidence
I know,
then to be
right?
like, yeah, I am pulling this off. Like,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
No, that's true.
That's awesome.
That's a good point because they really did make you think like you're just like us,
Yeah. Except not.
except we're
Except
way
you're not
better
rich
than
and
you.
beautiful and skinny.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We are like
You can pretend.
totally cool because all the boys in every movie, and you are still kissless.
All the boys. Come
God,
on.
I just like felt, to this day I really feel like they set me up for like false expectations.
Oh,
for,
completely.
for how dating is.
I remember, yeah, as like a fucking 12-year-old,
like, where's my
no.
love life?
Seriously. Why doesn't Travis like me?
No, I would just write like short stories a lot as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Just like fill up journals of short stories about like going on vacations before we would go on like family vacations.
Erotic friend fiction.
Yeah, it would just be like an erotic tale of like, I'm going to San Diego with like my family, and then I would be like, and I'm going to meet this boy, and then we're going to fall in love.
Yes.
But the reality was, it was like the year that I started my period, and I was wearing all white pants, and like it was a nightmare. They don't know, and like I never met the spiky, bleach blonde tipped boy of my dream.
Are you thinking of the guy from Billboard Dad? Because that's who was in my head. Because he had the bleach spiky hair, and he like pretends to get a tattoo at one point, and you're like, oh my god, we're badass. Get a tattoo so he can't swim.
Was he Brock? I remember.
God, you look like a Brock.
I remember there was a Brock character, and it might have been Passport to Paris.
No,
No?
not Passport to Paris.
Okay.
Wait, I don't even know. All the names just blend.
So
There's like
bad.
They're like Chad, Brad, Brock. They're like
Yeah.
white preppy boy names. But the kid in Billboard Dad was like, oh, he's such a rebel.
He was
such
a rebel.
badass. I think he had
Yeah.
a skateboard.
He did.
I'm gonna look up real quick Billboard Dad characters.
Yeah, what is his name? I got to know.
I know I forget which friend I would have watched those movies with, but I definitely had like a friend. We would like have a sleepover and we would watch American Ashley movie, and then we would like make out with the pillows.
Oh my God,
And
we
would,
did
like,
that
be
too.
one of the boys, and yeah, we were obsessed.
Definitely did the
it-
pillow makeout thing. This is how I would
Cody?
kiss a boy. Cody.
Cody.
Definitely Cody.
He's definitely a Cody.
His real
God
name
damn
is,
it.
Rafael Rojas
do you
the Third. All right, Cody.
Or no, Ryan. Is it? No, it was Ryan.
Is Ryan? No, that looks like a little kid. Ah!
That's the boy from Little Rascals. That's one of the bully kids.
He had the bleach blonde hair.
Yeah.
Dude, that's totally him. Wow.
No, it was actress Sam Saletta.
So the little
He
punk
was
in Little Rascals
Ryan.
is a love interest in Billboard Dad. Also voice on Rocket Power. Thanks, IMDb. Cool.
Yeah, I
Good
mean,
to
he
know.
really. Yeah, no, he definitely had it going. I think that they really knew how to pick their boys, and
I wonder if they got to pick.
I'm sure
if
they
did. The
did.
casting.
I'm sure that even if they didn't do the casting,
They probably had a say, like they would look
I-
at their headshots.
yeah, and they'd be
Yeah.
like, he's cute.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope they had like control over that.
I know,
Like,
that's
this is the boy I want to
feel
kiss.
like that was one of the things that I was so like I loved about them, because I was like, they're doing it.
Well, it's their
like
company.
they're
like Dual
running.
Star.
Yeah.
Like, they were the
Oh,
president.
it is?
Yeah, Dual
Yeah.
Star.
Oh, I didn't
It's-
know that.
Because like 2 stars, Dual Star, twins. Like their parents started that company for them. Like when they made our first video.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then everything they did after that was under the umbrella of Dual Star.
I did not know
It's their
that.
corporation
Yeah,
that
it's
they
all
created.
Okay,
And they were the
okay.
presidents of it as
Yeah.
children.
As
And made
children,
decisions.
yeah.
They
And
were
they
just
still
like
own
little
it.
babies.
Like,
yeah.
Like I don't know
That's
if Dual Star really makes anything, but they did release other movies.
Could
Like,
you imagine?
Yeah, I mean, Dual Star is now like their company with like all their fashion stuff.
like everything falls under that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
like all like
So, I
the
mean,
Row,
they-
Elizabeth and
That's
James.
too bad,
all
because
that
that's a
stuff.
terrible name.
Dual Star.
Dual Star Entertainment. Yeah, yeah.
Dual
I mean,
Star
they're like,
fashion.
like think about like them as like little kids, like at this big table, and they're just like, well, I really like this idea for a movie. Let's like dress up as cowboys, and then
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah,
that's just
that's
fun.
what I imagine. Like,
But I think that's it.
they're
I
like
think
going through files and like they have briefcases and
little business
being
people with their adults
businesswomen. Yeah.
toddler clothes.
I mean, I remember hearing by the time they were 10 years old, like they were millionaires.
Yeah.
like
Yeah, for
personally.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have,
Yeah.
and now they're both like collectively they're worth like $300 billion.
Oh my
or million.
God.
300.
That's insane.
But like they haven't done anything since New York Minute.
But
They've
no,
done like
they have-
clothing.
Yeah, they do
have a clothing
fashion
line. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
they're like the Row is huge.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean they sell like million like $1,000 purses.
Oh my god. Jeez, little
But yeah, that's what they're doing now. I mean they're still $300 million
Ugh.
is like their net
11
worth.
number 11 richest women in entertainment.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
From mostly like children's movies.
Yeah.
And then their fashion empire
Yeah.
is like a lot of money still.
Yeah,
I mean
that's
they're still
crazy.
making they still make money from Full House,
Oh yeah, totally.
and like they
Yeah.
still make money from, I'm sure, their other stuff too.
Yeah.
But
And they'll probably they'll just keep making money their whole life.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna keep coming their way
I
forever.
mean, they could
like,
stop doing their fashion stuff, and they would still like.
they'd be fine.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
but man, they just.
And they're 30 years old.
Yeah, they're 30.
It's so weird.
So cool.
Not fair.
I mean, but I always think like, oh my god, how is it really like? Would it be worth it? You know, like
Like, to be in the public eye like that.
like to be like
Yeah,
child
people
stars
hate
since
them,
they're
too.
babies.
Yeah.
How people like? I was on Reddit the other day, like looking up, like seeing like where should I put this podcast up? You know,
Yeah.
and people are like things to hate the Olsen twins about.
God.
Like they made a backpack with pills all over it and sold it for, you know, thousands of dollars. And I'm like,
Good for them.
I'm like, yeah, it's
People bought it.
cool.
Okay.
That's cool. Like, you don't have to buy it if you don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't see the big deal.
Like for adults.
Yeah. Like, it's not like they're
Recently they
marketing
said
it
that.
to show, like, kids should do drugs.
That's what I thought when you first said it. I was like, wow, that's fucked up. But clearly,
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
like
their
with the
adult
real
fashion
adults.
line, then like who cares?
adult
Like,
yeah.
backpacks.
It's just
Pills
like,
on them.
yeah, it was like for their Walmart line. They put some Vicodin in a backpack and sold it to
Here you go,
little
kiddos, have fun.
I know, and then they were like, they are in relationships with old men, and it's like they're adults.
They're grown-ass
Yeah.
women. Like, they can do
Yeah.
whatever they want.
Yeah, I just
who
like.
cares?
I just don't
Well,
get.
and like the guys that they're with are like they're like artists and businessmen, and they're like interesting people at least.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah,
I mean, okay,
I
it
wouldn't
is
do
a
it.
little weird, but I'm not like I hate them because
Yeah.
of that. Like
right.
people fuck older people all the time. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Right.
no-
Like,
should I
why?
cuss?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking about that earlier. I was like,
Yeah,
I think
cussing's
it's
allowed.
fine.
Okay.
This is a PG-13 or more podcast.
Yeah, if you're under 13, turn your computer off right
Get
now.
out of
What
here.
are you doing?
You don't even
Go
know
home.
the Olsen twins.
Listen to this without your
Yeah.
parents around, guys.
Actually, that's the sad people is like no people that young would even be interested.
No,
in
No,
this.
but they
You're
are.
like who?
Yeah.
What?
No,
They're
are.
not cool.
I was, scouring the Instagrams, and there are a lot of 16-year-olds who are like, Mary Kate and Ashley inspire me.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
You know,
Alright. I mean, I guess like, well, they're not
Oh.
on Fuller House, so it's like,
No.
how
Yeah,
would
they-
you
probably just from like,
reruns?
maybe not Full House, but like just being on the internet and seeing.
Yeah.
What were Mary Kate and
Yeah.
Ashley doing 16 years ago? In 2000?
When they were 15.
So
They
they, were
were
still.
on-
They were still.
But then.
Was that so little time?
that
Would've been
was
still going.
so little time.
Yeah.
And then what were they
New York
doing when
Minute.
these kids were
Born.
little, like young? Probably they were like. They've probably just seen stuff that they've been doing like
Yeah.
online.
They,
were
probably
like,
looked it up and were like, oh,
These
that's
girls are
actually really cool.
inspirational.
Yeah.
That's really intriguing to me.
Cool.
Yeah, like seeing.
Because I just feel it so strongly because they were always only a couple years older than me. So it's like, okay, like this is relatable. They like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you watch them grow up. But to start and then have to go backwards and watch all this stuff, it's like,
Oh my god, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
Like speaking of
fascinating.
that, I mean, we are gonna go back and rewatch
yes.
our first video in tribute to
Oh,
this being
yeah.
our first
Yes.
podcast.
Yes.
So just for the listeners to get a peek that we aren't just going to talk about, reminiscing about Mary Kate and Ashley. We are going to review a video.
Very serious research.
It's very
Yeah.
serious.
We're not messing
research.
around.
This is it is very serious. Mary Kate and Ashley are very serious topics of study.
Very serious people doing serious
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I wonder if people do thesis statements about or thesis papers about Mary Kate and
Oh
Ashley.
God, probably that's a really good
Wow.
idea.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's just so much that they have contributed to society and adolescence. I really couldn't imagine going back and discovering them and being inspirational.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe thinking about them being child stars who've been through a lot and then come out being successful fashion icons.
Yeah. Because it's weird to think about growing up like that and that's all you've ever known since you're a baby and that's all you've ever done and it's probably gonna mess you up a bit like most child stars.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
did. They went through shit.
Yeah, they went through
you
a hella bad time.
Yeah.
Especially I remember when I was in 2003,
Mhm.
I was just faking sick a lot. I faked sick from school for over like for almost a month,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just stay home and online and like go on the internet, and I wasn't really allowed to go online, but I would
Yeah.
like just look up like Mary-Kate and Ashley's like eating disorder stuff,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and then I would like print out pictures of her, and then I made this like weird collage,
Uh-huh.
and I laminated it with like masking tape. And because I wasn't allowed to go on the computer, I told my mom that a girl from my school made it for me because she knew I loved Mary Kate, and like it said like "Get well soon, Mary Kate."
Oh my
It's
god.
like really weird.
That's intense.
It was like an intense like rabbit hole that I went
Yeah.
in because
Yeah.
I just didn't want to go to school. So I was
Yeah.
just very concerned about
It makes
her.
sense, like, if you grew up watching this and you kind of, like, idolize them and you see something terrible that they're
Yeah.
going through,
Yeah,
like, that's,
definitely.
Yeah.
you know, it's going to affect you.
Yeah. And people are like, she's on drugs. I don't know. To this day, I think it was probably an eating disorder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a
definitely.
mixture of all things.
Yeah.
But poor girl.
I mean, they work in the fashion industry. Like,
Yeah.
that's
And
like
they-
a...
Well,
Yeah,
they grew up in the public eye.
Yeah.
That's gotta be,
Yeah,
that's
a
gonna fuck
lot
you
of
up.
God.
scrutiny.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
totally.
Can't even imagine.
But, like, they made it through and they have their own lives now and they're successful and, like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We're
Proud of you.
Good
Love
job, guys.
you.
Good job.
They're so good. All right. So do you want to like watch like talk about our first video?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Cool. Let's turn on the TV and have that on mute.
I am the cute one. It's coming.
Well, so right now they're kind of like gyrating in their chairs and it's very awkward. Like, like your mom tells you to dance and you don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
So you just kind of move.
They honestly look like bored and they don't know what to do. And
I'm so sad for them because it must have taken so many takes for this.
and over.
I'm sure they were in the studio for just days
yeah.
trying to figure this out.
And you can tell when they're over it. Like there's scenes
Yeah.
where they just look bored.
Yeah.
And like, okay.
Yeah. And there must have been a coach off stage being like, okay, thumbs up. And,
I just don't know.
she looks so tired.
They look miserable. And I don't know how I never noticed as a child. Like as a child, wouldn't you see another child and be like, you're not happy right now? Like
But
I had no idea.
I just remember their hug.
It's a very fake hug. They hate each other.
Very, yeah. Oh, and then, no one tells the president what to do.
Oh,
Forever,
yeah.
one of my favorite songs, I think.
So this one I had kind of forgotten about. I was very impressed with it because they have a Bill Clinton impersonator playing a saxophone.
Yes.
And
And that's
dancing
one,
around.
Looks like he's playing the saxophone.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I
I
think
think he actually is.
Yeah.
They just don't have the sound
Yeah.
for it.
Right. And it's very patriotic. It really instills a
Yeah.
sense of
Yeah.
patriotism
It
with like
does.
the youth of 1993.
I feel like they were proud of their country at that point.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and they were proud to have Bill Clinton as the new president.
I mean, he's so hip.
Yeah, newly elected.
Like, he was just, like, dancing around, like, having a
Yeah.
good time.
It was before the scandal of Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah. So pure and
yeah, look
innocent.
at him.
Oh, he's playing the
This is the shot
saxophone.
of him playing the saxophone in the video.
And he raises
Yeah.
his eyebrows
He's-
at you.
Touching the keys that I probably suspect are correct.
Yeah, I believe this is. He looks cool. I think they really wanted kids
Yeah.
to be pro Bill Clinton.
Totally.
And his dancing on the table.
I want to hang out with that Bill Clinton impersonator.
Yes.
I want to know more about him.
Yeah.
He might be dead now. Damn it.
No.
No, he was pretty young.
I don't know.
This one is definitely one of my favorites, I think.
Yeah.
And they're more excited
Yeah.
in this one
Yeah,
for
they're
some
having
reason.
more fun.
Yeah.
Like, they're being a little bit more wacky.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
must have been like the first video of the day that they shot.
Or they were just like having a really good time with this Bill Clinton.
They're not, like, dead
impersonator.
on the inside yet.
Yeah. Yeah, look at their face.
She's like, woo!
I never noticed the spaghetti, I will say.
Eating spaghetti with your fingers.
Yeah.
That's what you do when you're a grown up. You don't have to use silverware.
I wonder, like, who is this guy? Is he their friend, their uncle?
I want to know more.
Yes, I am very invested in this.
I just feel like the entirety of this video is them playing in their bedroom, doing dress up, and singing stupid songs.
Yeah.
But then, like, no one will let them stop, though. So they just have to keep pretending
Yeah.
they're having a good time.
Yes. I think
Like-
that is a... He can't be playing because there's no breath coming from... His cheeks are flat in this video.
Okay.
There was no air coming from those.
He knows the notes, though.
Yeah.
He knows the keys.
Can you imagine this
Maybe.
being, like, the gig that you get, like, as an actor, as, like, a
Seriously,
serious
this
actor?
Is on your resume.
Bill Clinton
Yeah.
impersonator.
Bill
In
Clinton.
our first video by Mary Kate Ashley.
Yeah, that's on your resume.
I mean, maybe he got a lot of jobs being an impersonator for a couple years.
Yeah.
Because he's good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's making good faces.
I probably thought for a lot of years that was actually Bill Clinton.
Yeah, children are gullible.
Yeah. I was like, that is the president. They know the
That's him.
president. I love the president because he's friends with Mary Kate Ashley. Yeah, I definitely think they had a fun time making this one.
Yeah.
This might be the only one where they're not making, like, any uncomfortable faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
there.
Maybe right there when they're playing with the broccoli.
But then there-
In that case, too.
I mean, I feel like that's how kids dance sometimes,
Yeah.
though. Like, it's awkward
Just,
and
like,
weird.
staring off into space, like,
yeah.
moving around. You get
Yeah.
lost in the moment.
I mean, these graphics in this video are always my favorite.
Yes. It's a lot of terrible, like, camera transitions, like, where it, like, spins out of frame, or
Right.
like, fades
It was
in.
like-
yeah.
The first shot with like a
Starburst.
computer editing for videos, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know much about video editing history, but I'm just
I just know I don't see transitions like that anymore.
yeah.
So they look like mailmen in this little part intro.
They're wearing, like,
Yeah.
safari hats.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of into.
Yeah.
I feel like I had a safari hat as a kid.
Their sleeves rolled
Oh,
up
yes.
on their button down.
And then it's Brother for
shirts.
And then it's Brother for Sale, the iconic
Do you
song.
think that's their house?
Well, we think this world is a real nice place, but we think that it's a crime. That we should have an older brother who picks on us all the time. So next time he's sleeping in his room, we're going to sneak in and tie him. Then we'll take him out into the street and see if someone will buy him. Brother for sale.
Extravagant.
Do you think their parents were rich before they made money off their children?
I would like to say upper middle class. I mean,
Yeah.
they lived in like
Yeah.
this. They lived in California, like right, like San Fernando Valley or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
I
Sorry
don't
if
know.
I'm wrong.
I want to know
super
more.
fans.
I want to know
But
more.
They were definitely like probably upper middle
Like,
class.
just well off a little
Yeah.
bit.
And hammering nothing.
Yeah.
Hammering nothing. Just like, and why, like, just like the random people coming up to them. Like, there's like the mailman and the unicycle person.
The clown is pretty creepy.
Ugh.
Don't like
God.
it.
Yeah,
The
that's-
old lady.
No,
Why?
He's a pizza delivery unicycle driver.
Also, he just dropped 4 of the pieces.
Like,
How
and
good is he at his
Think,
job?
this is before like Craigslist, so they had to like put
I was
out.
literally
an
thinking about that with the
ad,
Bill Clinton
yeah.
impersonators. Like, how do you find these people?
Yeah.
How do you find like
casting call?
He
Like,
must be able to play saxophone. And
must be able to ride a unicycle while carrying a bunch of pizzas
Yeah.
on his hand.
that's that man's only skill in life.
so this is the Brother for Sale video, if we did not say already.
And it's the heightening in this. I think I always really appreciated. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. They're like in a plane for some reason.
Well, what I was thinking is, like, theoretically, like, how much money would you have to spend to have that giant inflatable panda, to rent an airplane and fly a banner over the city, but, like, your profit's only gonna be, like, 50 cents? Like,
Yeah.
that's not paying for any of this. Like, you're gonna have to sell
Right.
your brother for a little bit more.
Right.
It's fiscally irresponsible.
I
and
mean, they're children. They don't
6-year-olds
know.
often are.
Right.
Lead lady to dance next to clown in Olsen video.
Right. And then I always thought that was Bob Saget dancing with the sign. Like, it looks
because he's tall.
Like, I was like, oh,
Tall brown hair.
it's Danny Tanner. And these
That would be
clowns are just,
Ugh. This is a film shot, though. I really appreciate that close up on everyone. And
Yeah.
it's
The
like
zoom
this
out.
quality. Like whoever,
No, I mean-
whoever worked, and especially this like crane pulling out part.
There's a lot of money that went in this video.
Yeah, this
Because that's
one
an
is-
actual inflatable giant panda.
Yeah.
It's a panda bigger than a house.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
whoever directed this video went on to great things, I bet.
yeah. I mean, it would be really funny to know if like these were really paid actors or just like friends of people.
Yeah.
That, you know, because who's going to be like, yeah, so these girls, they're in Full House, we're trying something new, and we just wanted to like see if this was going to work, or if they really knew that this would be a
Because
big
it was their
money
first
maker.
one, so like who knew if it would sell really well. I feel like if someone asked me, like, do you want to dance around with these pizzas for this video? I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You don't even have
I'd
to
be
pay
like,
me,
yeah,
I'll
sure.
do it. Like, let's go. Like, it wouldn't be too hard.
But the thing is, a lot of people that did like Mary Kate and Ashley's videos, they didn't do anything else afterwards. Like you look them up on
Oh,
IMDb,
really? Yeah.
and they're just
Oof,
That's as far as their career
that's
went.
kind of it for a lot of people.
that's too bad.
That's rough.
Yikes! It kind of was a bummer. Some people were like wildly successful afterwards, but like
Yeah.
some people not.
I'm trying to think, like,
There's
most...
Megan Fox.
Wait,
she was in
what?
Holiday in the Sun.
Really?
Yeah, she was that
That's
Brianna
right.
Wallace.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she was a bitch.
I did not even realize that.
Yeah.
I
Never
totally forgot about that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we have to watch all of it.
Oh my god, and One Buffalo, Two Buffalo, my favorite that everyone seems to have forgotten about.
Yeah.
I don't get it though. Like
So, yeah,
they're
this...
making up the words, is what they said.
Yeah.
'Cause obviously, buffalo is not the plural of buffalo. But I don't. What the hell is a grouse?
A grouse is a type of bird.
Is it?
I think
That's
so.
a big word.
I-
Strange
ox.
word for children.
Oxen,
Fox
foxen,
squared is
fox.
oxen. Fox plus fox equals foxen.
A
Cow
cow-
plus cow equals cattle. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Sow plus sow equals saddle.
Seattle.
Oh, that's where they say Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just love their outfits. I just love them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
be
like the
real.
rolled-up sleeves.
Be
They-
real. I hate these
Yeah.
outfits.
I
Like they're
know.
the baggy, like the shorts so long,
Baggy
they're like
long
almost
shorts.
pants. The really
Yeah.
tight belt with the baggy shirt tucked in. This is my least favorite look in the entire world.
I
And also the
know.
sandals are terrible. I don't like the color of the socks. I'm very much against this look.
I know. I just like that they were like opposite, like coordinating like opposites.
I do like that, but I hate everything
They look
else.
so bored and over it.
They don't like making this. Like they're dancing around like
No.
crazy, but they're not having a good
Yeah.
time. They're
Yeah.
kind of like grimacing a little bit.
Yeah.
They're just reading cue
Also,
cards.
this is where you could totally tell the difference between the two of them.
Oh yeah, Mary Kate is on the right. Ashley's on the left, I think.
Is it the face shape?
Yeah, that's
how I
usually
like-
can tell.
She has the skinnier, well, just like
Thinner face?
thinner rectangle face, and
Mhm.
then the other one has a like more squished. And that I guess could just be the video.
I think
Yeah.
I feel like you're right though.
Yeah, I always felt like Mary Kate had more of like a square face.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Ashley had more of like a heart shaped
Yeah.
face.
Mm-hmm. I see it.
Yeah, when people can't tell them apart, like to this day, I'm like, they don't even look like sisters. I don't
They
think.
look like what? They still look really similar.
You think?
Yeah,
I don't.
definitely. Like, I mean, you can tell them apart, but they still look definitely related a lot.
I've always been like surprised that the baby, when they were babies in Full House,
Mm-hmm.
that they're the same kid.
Yeah.
Like, that baby does not look like toddler Michelle Tanner. I don't feel like
No,
at all.
Who's that baby?
Who is the baby?
Right, that
Whose
baby.
baby is that?
Yeah, I'm like season 1 Michelle like suddenly becomes like talking season 2 Michelle.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, what about these outfits? The plaid shirt with
I'm
the
into this.
bandana.
I like it, and I
I'm
feel like
into
I
it, too.
probably wore something like this as a kid.
I like it because it's a little Western with the handkerchief around their neck, but it's also 90s grunge.
Right.
With
Yeah.
the,
They
panel
the
invented-
ripped off sleeves off the
ripped-off
platter,
sleeves.
and it's
Let's-
over like long john material
Yeah.
shirt.
They invented
And the giant
90s
scrunchies.
grunge.
Did they? I would like to explore this some more.
Another episode coming soon.
Yes.
How American Ashley invented 90s grunge.
Little known fact.
Okay, and then this is identical twins,
And they're talking about how they're identical,
which is not true.
but it's a lie.
It is
they're
a
little
false
liars.
brand. And they're wearing shoes that are way too big for them.
Those shoes are ridiculous.
Just like their whole outfit is just like absurd.
It's like head to toe sequins,
But-
elbow length gloves,
and also-
pearls.
Red and pink, why? Not matching.
You know what? I kind of like red and pink together, I think.
Really?
For this, yes.
Okay.
I guess that's supposed to be like
They're dressing up.
they're dressing
playing
It
dress
reminds me
up.
of like a variety show
Little
from the
showgirls.
60s.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Like the song
And their
and dance
fingers
kind
look
of thing.
creepy though.
I know.
Wait, do they? I haven't
Yeah,
looked at
like
their
the
fingers.
gloves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, because the gloves are too big. Ugh.
Yeah, look at her.
Glad you
hand
pointed
is,
that
like,
out. That's
wrapped around that
kind of
thing,
terrifying.
And it's still like fingers.
It just looks
So
dangerous.
creepy.
Like they're just. This is very dangerous. I hope that
And
they
they look
had.
really uncomfortable. Ugh. It's making me
I
uncomfortable.
know. I just think that right there, at this moment where they're like talking back and forth to each other about how one of them is bossy, I think that was a really authentic moment.
Yeah.
Like that maybe they were mad at
sassy.
each other. Yeah, their feet in these shoes are just so weird.
I know. It would make more sense if it was like if they were doing this for the mom song.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
they're
totally.
like dressing up in their mom's
I think-
stuff.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, so when they get into like the baseball, like Minnesota
freaking
Twins,
love them in a baseball uniform.
Super cute.
So cute.
After
Their little
this-
braids.
I was like obsessed with getting Minnesota Twins gear.
Really?
Like, I
Wait,
just
is that an
wanted-
actual...
It's a
Yeah.
it's a
Oh.
baseball team.
Twins is
I
the
thought they
actual
made it
baseball
up for
team.
this.
No.
That's an actual sports
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, and I was obsessed.
Oh, because like the Twin Cities? Is that
Yeah,
the thing?
probably.
Did I make that up?
Probably,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know, probably. But I was obsessed with just like getting Minnesota Twins stuff.
Wait, I think their umpire hats had their initials on it.
I saw
M.
AL and
Yeah.
MK.
But now they're wearing the Twins hats again.
For a minute, they had their initials on it.
Doubles.
Oh, and it's so cute.
Do you think these are actual Minnesota Twins?
Probably.
Players. Yeah.
like,
I'm sure.
They look like
yeah,
baseball players.
They do look like they're hot.
And then this, yeah.
Not really.
After this, I was like, and then
and then all the
Okay.
fucking creepy twins.
Yeah, they flash to like probably 7 pairs of twins in the crowd.
and they're all
They're
white.
all the same age. So they're all white with blonde hair and like same genders. It's creepy.
yeah, it's a little.
It's
bizarre.
really creepy.
Super creepy. One of the girls, or one of the sets of twins, was wearing a Minnesota shirt. Like it said Minnesota.
I'm sure that they were like,
Definitely the Minnesota Twins.
yeah,
Yeah.
backed.
They flew out to Minnesota.
Yeah,
to
Oh,
just
I'm
for
sure.
I wonder if like in that year, like sales of Minnesota Twins gear skyrocketed as a result of this.
Probably,
But
yeah.
only in like extra small sizes because it was only children.
Oh, and then the mom
Okay.
song.
Okay.
This is the worst song.
I didn't watch this video earlier, and I know I'm gonna be creeped out by it.
So they're in terrible baggy floral dresses.
Weirdly
Very
oversized.
like
Yeah.
blossom.
Yeah, like blossom hats.
Yeah.
It's a really sappy, cheesy song about how much they
They
love their mom.
Look like they're in pain.
Like, yeah,
Yes,
literally grimacing,
someone-
swaying back. But no, their voices are like really bad in this song.
Right.
Like uncomfortably, just like, ugh,
Yeah.
I hate this.
What does benevolent mean?
Oh, so I saw that earlier and I thought it was a weird word choice to put on a
Yeah.
thing. So benevolent is like,
There's like a heart behind them that opens up
Benevolent.
and says Happy Mother's Day.
so
with,
it's
like, nice
kind
words
of
behind
like,
it.
almost like caring unconditionally no matter what. But to me, benevolent sometimes has
sounds
negative
evil,
connotations.
yeah.
Like, so like one example I
Benevolent
think of
dictator.
is, yeah, okay.
Like-
So it's like, oh, I love you, but
Yeah.
it's like that kind of thing. Like the example I know most is like benevolent sexism is when you kind of put women on a pedestal. So you care for them and you treat them very special, but it's because they're
okay.
delicate little creatures. So it's still like sexist,
Okay,
but it's
yeah.
like guys
Yeah.
under I care for
Weird.
you.
Yeah.
So benevolent is a very bizarre word for them to put on that
Yeah.
heart, and that struck me as weird. It's like,
Yeah.
who chose
They must have
that?
had a like that. I'm sure was like a stock set.
Yeah.
Like those were not things that they already. Those are things they already had.
For sure.
I'm sure that was like
Yeah.
that weird Mother's Day thing. It probably wasn't even Mother's Day.
Yeah.
It probably was
not.
like a weird thing.
Found this word heart backstage. Throw it
Yeah,
up there.
like let's throw it up. It's this is a mom song.
Yeah.
Mom song.
And then we have the peanut butter song, which I think was the song I really.
You think you made enough? You can never have enough peanut butter. There's a food going round that's a sticky, sticky goo. Peanut butter. Well, it tastes real good, but it's so hard to chew.
So I am definitely allergic to peanut butter.
Yeah.
Always have been. So as a kid, this song really upset me because like I wanted to like it, and like it shows them with like a giant stack of like
Yeah.
peanut butter and toast. So I was like, wow, that looks amazing, but I can never have it.
Oh no.
Did you notice they had wheat bread?
No.
Wow.
Oh, how healthy.
I bet
no
they grew up in
Wonder
a
Bread.
wheat bread household.
Oh, I'm sure.
Bet
I'm
they
sure they've
did.
always
I
been
bet
taught
they
to
did.
eat healthy because
Yeah.
Michelle Tanner was always eating cookies and their parents were probably
Like, you can't do that.
Oh,
We're like,
yes.
How many
okay.
cookies do you think they ate on stage every day?
Oh my
in
god,
Full
probably
House?
so much. And they, oh my gosh, I bet they were just injected with sugar to like keep
Yeah.
them
Hyper.
I really want to talk about their outfit in this because it's super.
It's also kinda grungy.
It's super Left Eye.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is
yeah, okay,
Left Eye.
okay.
This
Totally.
is a very just like 90s powerhouse, just dance song.
And like I like that this is the only one where there's live musicians actually playing.
Yeah.
Are they
And
actually
Their
playing?
hair.
Yeah. I think they are actually
It
playing.
looks like it.
He's
totally
playing.
He's getting
Okay,
it. That
he's
guy's
playing.
playing.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they're
Um,
playing, they just like dubbed it over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're very enthusiastic. Like each time the camera pans to a musician, they're just like,
Yeah.
it makes them
Except
kind of
for
like
the
stink
guitar
face.
player. Like, he's the only serious one.
Yeah.
But he's still like very.
believable.
Okay.
At some points, he's pretty like expressive.
Okay, the keyboard guy, I hate him.
You
The
hate
white
him?
guy
He's creepy.
who just keeps.
Oh, the blonde guy.
the blonde guy.
Yeah, I don't like that guy.
Who
He
just
creeps me
is
out.
Kinda
his face,
red.
who's
yeah,
red.
There he is.
He just like. I don't know.
Yeah,
there's
look
something
at
about
those
him.
moves.
Oh, they're
And they're wearing
Timberlands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I
That
was-
one's my favorite song.
It's good. I also like their hair in that one because it's literally the same hairstyle I'm wearing right now.
It
Yeah,
is.
Like a
Yeah,
high
you just
ponytail
need
with the
to
curls. I got the
keep
bangs,
it
the front
curling
side
your-
pieces.
Yeah,
Yes.
the side pieces.
Oh my God.
Inspiration, guys. Right there.
And that remote at the end. That I feel like I had that same remote.
I think so too.
Squished it. What did they say?
Yeah, they like you
Squish the
squish the
remote.
remote.
And this is where whoever's doing the effects just like
Oh,
Have
lets
fun.
They went
loose.
for it.
Like-
He was like, I learned this new thing.
Pulling out all the stops.
Hold on, you guys. Look, we can add text
What?
to the
Oh
movie.
my god.
That's crazy.
Look at this new-
Yeah, you've done it.
Look at this new font I found. Like,
Do you like
Yeah.
neon colors? Because I got some.
yeah.
The remote.
Just, and
remote control.
I just want, like, I would just love to be in the room when, like,
The end.
the people, like, revealed this
And
Yeah,
to everyone. Like,
seriously.
they were just like, this is it.
Oh god.
Gosh.
That's it.
Just like, that's
We
it.
won.
Yeah.
We finished.
Executive
Did
producers.
it.
What are these
Bob
people doing now?
Hinkle,
Two different Michaels.
Michael Cruz
Michael Schwartz.
W.L. Boyd.
Oh, this was
Oh, there's
before it was
three different
produced.
Michaels.
This was before it was produced
Like,
by
oh, here we
American
go.
Ashley.
Mike.
Here
There's
we go.
three Michaels and a Mike.
We're gonna learn who directed the Brother for Sale video and see if they're a real. Oh wait, what the hell?
It doesn't.
What?
Women's
I thought it
voice.
was-
Peanut butter musicians.
Brother
Brother
for
for
Sale.
Sale.
Oh, here we go.
Rick
Oh,
Friedberg.
damn it.
I
What
saw
was
it. Rick Friedberg.
Let's look that
Friedberg.
up.
Friedberg.
Wait, there was another really good name in that. Rocco Lombardo.
These people are doing big
Man.
things.
That's a cool name.
That is a really cool name.
Oh wait,
Clowns.
Rick
Eddie.
Friedberg?
Parentheses Flappy.
There was like
He is a real Rick Friedberg,
Award winning.
award-winning.
oh,
Spy
I told
Hard.
you.
He directed some Playboy movies, you guys.
Oh.
He's a
Damn
creep.
it.
Sensual Pleasures of Oriental Massage.
Oh,
Is this the right
John
guy?
Joe Stewart.
Yike. Yeah, I think this is the right guy.
Oh no.
Real Housewives of Orange County, you guys.
Oh hey, I
Okay,
watched that show.
would it be okay? I want to look up.
Yeah, it says Olsen twins right there. Go down. Olsen twins Mother's Day special. And then our music video, Brother for Sale.
Yes, he's
Oh my
So
God.
great.
he has a really
Okay, so what I don't like is that the Playboy special he did was before the Olsen twins.
they like someone saw his Playboy special and was like,
You know what?
let's get him.
Eat him.
Do you think it was their dad was watching it? It was
Oh,
like,
God.
I want this guy to direct some shit.
Oh, I
I
hope
bet
so.
he's friends with him.
Best friends.
Yeah.
Oh, he's friends with someone. Robert Thorne, probably. Have you seen pictures of Robert Thorne?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, he's like he was the head of Dole Star before he like gave it to Mary Kate and Ashley.
Really quickly, it said the Peanut Butter song was copyrighted in 1961.
Wow. Okay.
That is
so it was
not
a cover,
taking it
not
Okay.
original. Good to
So
know.
this is Robert Thorne. I think it's that guy.
He looks kind of skeezy.
Look at that hair.
Skeezy,
Hair
scummy,
plugs.
scuzzy. I don't like it.
100%.
I don't like him at all.
You know, that's not him. But yeah, there's not a lot of pictures of Robert Thorne, but
Probably for a good reason.
he's probably, I don't know. I've only heard good things, but I'm also,
I wonder why it was him that ran it.
I'm not really sure.
I have a lot of questions.
I know there's a lot of questions that we need answered. If you know the answers to our questions about Robert Thorne, the former president of Dole Star Entertainment,
Let
please
us
get in
know.
touch with us. Our email address is mkapodcast@gmail.com. You can also reach us at our Instagram, which is Gimme Pizza Podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I feel like that's probably a good
stopping point.
stopping point.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to us just talk about Mary Kate and
Yeah.
Ashley.
Yeah.
I am really excited for an upcoming episode. There is a Mary Kate and Ashley board game.
Yes.
At a cool bar in Portland, and we are going to go play it.
And then
do
we are
it.
going to
Really excited
report
for it.
back to you.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you everything there is
Yes.
to know about the board game. Which board game is it? Is it the Friendship Connection?
No, it's Full House.
It's
a
the Full
House
Okay.
board
Okay.
game.
I feel like I
Yeah.
played that. at some
I haven't
point.
played that one. I think what we should do is play the Friendship Connection, play the New York Minute board
Yes.
game.
There's a New York Minute board
Yeah,
game.
she
I
has
have
it.
it.
Oh my god.
I think I'm most excited for Friendship Connection. I was looking at that last time.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
it's-
the
looks
questions-
very terrible.
The questions that on Friendship Connection are like really bad. It's like, like if your your crush, could be anything. Would he be a jock, a skater, or a scientist?
Those are the only options.
And I feel like we should really make
the only
those
men in this
questions like more relevant to us, like
Yeah.
a meth addict, a alcoholic,
This order is applicable.
or a stand, yeah,
Sadly.
Or
or
skateboard.
or a Tumblr or an Instagram famous
Yeah,
artist
yeah.
or something like that.
I went D, none of the above.
Yeah, or D, none of the above. Yeah,
D, I'm gay.
yeah,
Yeah.
D.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Yeah, exactly.
Stay single and happy forever.
Yeah, just what would Mary Kate and Ashley do? They would probably be really embarrassed about those questions
Probably.
associated with their game.
Yeah.
But like I think any kid of that age that created anything is probably embarrassed looking back at it.
Yeah.
Like
That's true. I'm sure they had no say in that game. They were
probably
like,
not.
they probably were like, yeah, put my name on it.
Yeah,
It'll make a lot of
whatever.
money.
Yeah,
I mean, it just
we'll
looks like
send
a
them
like a
contracts.
teen, like Y17 or like Tiger Beat made it. Like it's the
Yeah.
quizzes you take in those. Like
Oh my gosh.
if you picked mostly A's, like
Yeah.
you're really preppy, and mostly B's, you're a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of quizzes, somewhere at my parents' house, I do have the Mary Kate and Ashley magazines. And those do also have quizzes.
Let's take
Oh,
those
yeah.
quizzes.
Which
Yeah.
we will take once my
Yes.
parents send me everything.
Amity's parents, please get on it. If you could hurry up, that'd be really cool.
That'd be really rad.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Mom and Dad.
Yeah, thanks for keeping all that stuff in your garage. That's cool.
Thanks. All right. Well, yeah, if you have any questions, email us, direct message us on Instagram, or, follow us on Facebook. We have
Do it.
Facebook. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Try to, you can bet they soon be gone. Bye bye. No one tells the president not to slouch. No one says, don't put your feet on Mr. Lincoln's couch. No one tells him, company's here. Use your fork and spoon.